Today we're talking about Maura Murray, and the significance of this case is one that it's a cold case, and it's also not unrelated to the disappearance of Brianna Maitland. Very close. It is a disappearance of a young lady in Vermont, not far from Woodsville, which is where Maura disappeared, and still a cold case. Both of them are still cold cases, and they're very similar, right? You got a young lady later in the evening and just vanished without a trace. And you know, the thing about this case is that this Maura Murray case is that there's been a lot of forensic evidence. There's been hits by cadaver dogs. There's been suspicious activity. There's been what could be a murder weapon surrendered, and we still just don't have any answers. And I can only imagine that it's absolutely frustrating that there have been searches and near misses and what have you, and it's been not quite, but very, very close to 20 years with no peace for mom and dad and their little girl, right, has been missing since February 9th, 2004. And there's been search after search after search, and social media has helped keep this case focus of attention where otherwise it may have fallen off the radar. But the fact that it was and is known as the first crime of the social media age, that it became something that the public was aware of on the internet, online forums, message boards, on Facebook, and has stayed relevant. These cold cases can hopefully find people who know things that can put those people in touch with the people who want to solve things. This is before YouTube, before Twitter, Facebook, 5 days old, but you know, we're still talking about a young person who's missing. And when you think about these clues, right, there's a purchase of a large amount of alcohol, there's open containers in the car, there's a crash in a rural area, there's a big river there with some gorges, and you know, that tells you a couple things: windy roads, cool weather, February 9th, 2004 in New Hampshire is cold. She's walking, she's in shock, she's intoxicated. She may have been drink driving and just simply did something rash to try to cover it up and died of hypothermia in the hills, or worse. She could have been taken advantage of because she's got a concussion and she's hypothermic and maybe some internal bleeding and trying to hide drink driving. Any number of these possibilities, you know, spin into your mind. And I think that has a lot to do with why Maura Murray and the internet have kept these cases from dropping off the radar, because it's critical to talk about it, and it's critical to remember that that's a life, that's somebody's baby girl, and we've got a duty to keep working together, to keep communicating, to keep collaborating, so that we can find Maura Murray and these other young men and women who've been taken from their loved ones. Anyway, thanks for joining me. True Crime in the Studios. I love doing these. I want to hear what you want to talk about. Comment, like, share, subscribe, but let me know. Chat at ashmorelawfirm.com. What do you want me to talk about? What would be a great subject matter for this video blog? And we'll see you next, hopefully on the road from some awesome location. If not, definitely in the studio. See you next time.